Tetris the Grandmaster is my favorite series of Tetris by a long shot. It has the fastest and the deepest versions of the game, and that's why I like it so much. Side note, these games are hard.
Eat too much and you'll get sick. Shrimps are pretty rich.ピンク動物園で思ったピンピン食べ物でそうなんだ実は私はたらこが大好きプラスエビカニ食べようピンク色になるのどっからみんな違う色にゃんって勘違いしてるよね鶴の尻尾下に向かって曲げたらフラミンゴと意味不明だけど面白いでしょ
These games are hard, man. I don't know why I play these. Okay, so before anybody freaks out, TGM is based on Sega Tetris, not Nintendo Tetris. That's why the pieces are different colors. I know you know how Tetris works, but I'm going to explain it anyway for that one kid who doesn't. One of the 7 pieces spawns at the top, and it can be moved and rotated as it's falling, and then it locks onto the board. When you line up pieces making a horizontal line, those lines clear, and everything above it moves down by the amount of lines cleared. You know, that sounds kind of simple. But the TGM games are fucking fast. These games have ridiculously high APM, so shit hits the fan so quickly. Don't be stupid like me. I also play Melee. I'm not gonna have functional fingers in a couple years. I'm not gonna have hands by the time I turn 23. I don't even have hands right now. Ow. The main goal of the TGM games is to clear the Master Mode and get the highest grade. You play through Master Mode, and at the end, it will assign you a grade. The game is not endless like standard Tetris, so you only have a limited amount of time to get the highest grade. Yes, so what determines the finite gameplay? I'm glad you asked. So at the bottom right part of the board, you can see a level counter. For each piece you place, the level counter goes up by 1, all the way up until level 999. When you clear level 999, the game will assign you a grade. However, there is one small caveat. At every multiple of 100, minus 1, so level 99, 199, 299, the level counter will stop until you clear a line, and then it will increase. Once you clear level 99, the mode ends and the game gives you a grade. Now, the grading system varies from game to game, but it's mostly based on your speed and your score. The only 2 things that really matter in these games. You get a higher score by clearing more lines at once. The most lines you can clear at once is 4. That's called a Tetris, the namesake of this soul-sucking game. Anyway, the highest grade you can get in the game is Grandmaster, and the requirements to get it in some of these games makes me wish I was never born. So the first game in this series is Tetris the Grandmaster. Who would have guessed that one? When Akira first made this game, they didn't know how good players were, so this game isn't that hard. The only thing that changes in this game is the increasing gravity, and it doesn't even get that fast. Also, the only thing you need to worry about to get Grandmaster is your score. So clear as many Tetrises as you can and you'll be fine. If you want a puzzle game versus an action puzzle game, this is the game out of the series I would pick. But this game doesn't have Sonic Drop. Fuck that. And like I said, this game isn't the deepest in the series, so maybe I wouldn't play this one? I don't know. The next game we're going to talk about is Tetris the Absolute Grandmaster Plus. No, I made a mistake. The next game we are going to talk about is Tetris the Absolute Grandmaster 2 Plus. First and foremost, Sonic Drop is back. Also, this game is a lot harder than TGM 1. But don't worry, Akira gave you tools to deal with it. Kind of. So as your level and score increases, the gravity goes up, but a lot of timings and delays go down. This makes the game criminally fast. Also, grading back. Who would have guessed it? Grading is back. This time it's based on score and speed and the M roll. What's the M roll? Well, first let's talk about unlocking the M roll. So the game is 999 levels, and each 100 levels is going to now be referred to as a section. So each section has a minimum clear time, but after section 500, each subsequent section has to be 2 seconds faster than the previous section, on top of the minimum section time requirement. Also, there is a minimum Tetris is cleared per section requirement. Wild. So let's just say you meet the score requirements, the speed requirements, and the Tetris requirements. You unlock the M roll. The M roll starts playing after you clear level 999. When you start locking pieces, they become invisible right away. You have to survive this roll and clear 32 lines to get the Grandmaster grade. So yeah, this game is a lot harder than TGM1. Who would have thought? Play it if you like masochism. I mean, I do. I own a gimp suit. I'll say it. It's cool. We have now reached the pinnacle of the TGM series. Tetris the Grandmaster 3 Terror Instinct. Because scary title equals better game. Or something. Master mode is back, and this time, Akira really doesn't like you. They really don't like you. As you clear sections in this game, the gravity goes all the way up to instant gravity. That means the pieces spawn immediately as low as they can go. What? The delays in this game get reduced to extremely small numbers. One of which is the lock delay, which gets reduced to 15 frames, which means once the piece spawns on top of the other pieces, you have 15 frames to rotate it, move it, before it locks. What? Also, things like line clear frames and piece delay spawn time are almost zero, so have fun with that one. The game does reduce the player's delays and add a hold feature, but let's not act like those will save you. They won't. You have only 15 frames to move the piece. The grading system in this game is fairly complex, but I'll try to explain it the best I can. Each section cleared has to be cleared in under a specified amount of time, and each subsequent section has to be 2 seconds faster than the previous cleared section. You will get things called section cools, and by getting all of them, you will unlock the staff roll. In the staff roll, the pieces go invisible after locking them yet again. Also, to get the right scores, you need to stack for straight Tetrises throughout the whole game. Even the invisible roll. Even the invisible roll. And all of this won't even get you the Grandmaster grade. In TGM3, there are accounts, and each account has a rank tied to it. You start at rank 1 and need to rank all the way up to GM to actually get the Grandmaster grade. But to rank up your account, you have to consistently get higher level ranks than your current rank on your account. But to rank up your account, you need to get a higher rank than your current rank on the next 4 out of 7 games in a row. And then you will unlock a promotional exam. You need to get the higher rank again on this exam. And that's the only way to level up your account. So basically, you have to get GM 4 times out of 7 games in a row, and then get it again on the promotional exam to level up your account to Grandmaster. Only 6 people in the whole world have done this. And this is the game that I think you should play. Why, you might be asking? Because this game is BDSM, it hurts, but you know you like it. It's the hardest game, but it's also the most competitive and the most rewarding. Leveling up your account takes skill and dedication, and lots of time. Lots of time. This game is also much more complex than the others in the series, just allowing for deeper gameplay. This is where I would start with the TGM series, even though it's the hardest. If you couldn't tell by now, I fucking love Tetris, specifically TGM. I hope this video inspires you guys to play, but holy shit, stretch your hands. Stretch your hands! This shit hurts. There's a bunch of ways to play this game. Actually, that's not true. There's not very many ways to play these games. There aren't a whole ton of ways to play these games, but I think the best way is to go to NullPullMino and download their version of it, and then play the Grandmaster section of game modes. Those are clones of the TGM games. There are other ways to play the cabinet versions of the games, but I'm not going to talk about those, even though they exist. Links to NullPullMino are in the description, and a couple other helpful links that I think you might enjoy, like strategy and some wikis. I don't know, take a look through them.